Hello, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to more GT4. So off screen, I tested a little bit of the Polyphony Digital Cup with the Dodge Hemi. It can definitely do 200 points in the events, but the thing is, I do have to adjust to get 200 points, and I still blow away the competition. So if I'm going to blow away the competition, I may as well just blow away the competition hardcore and use the 787B. So, all of the events that I've won here that you see on screen, I did with the truck. So, if I can win easily with the truck, the 787 will just completely mow it down. Let me close this window. And we're off once the game loads. Yeah, 1 point race, indeed. Come on, get out of the way. Come on. Alright. Something tells me that I might want to get harder tires on the rear. Just judging from the tire wear right now. But we could cross that bridge when we get there. Since, of course, I'm just going to blow through the competition, no problem. Hey, Gabriel. My microphone audio is fine, right? I asked because I did change a setting real quick. Yeah, I hit the brakes way too late there. I'll mention real quick that when I did this particular event with the truck, I finished like, I think it was 40 seconds ahead of the competition. Even with the 200 point spec. I.e. nerfing the truck a little bit and giving it a little bit worse worse handling, etc. Actually just making it slower. I forget if I added any weight to the truck or not. But yeah, despite that, I still won by 40 seconds or so, so... yeah. Also, not like right before I started this, but like an hour or so ago, I was testing the F1 car against all the races I'll be using it in the F1 tournament, just to get like the best speed settings possible. So I have that on a separate document that I could just pull up for the event, which will start next week. Get out of the way. Okay, let's move. Let's see, can we lap the last guy? I hope so. Mic is fine. Okay, cool. Practice. I mass on Discord? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I practice the 12 races that I'll be doing in the F1 tournament. By which I mean just going into free play and adjusting the transmission accordingly. Like seeing what the best transmission settings are. Or drivetrain, I should say. I.e. top speed versus acceleration. I didn't bother with any of the other stuff, because I don't know how to do any of that. Way too late braking. That was a terrible turn. I have not collected the the reds in C8, but I will do that either today after I'm done here or tomorrow. One of those 2 days. And it seems like I should probably not stack 100 coins with reds. I feel like I should probably stack 100 coins with something else. So there's one other star, I don't know where it is. Like, I mentioned to you on... Okay, there we go. I mentioned that I found the one inside the Triforce cave. I don't know where the last one is, though. But outside of that, I feel... It seems like Course 8 actually isn't too terrible of a course. Especially given that there's not much variance for pathing, i.e. you pretty much can't get lost. And none of the jumps are especially difficult from what I could tell. Remaining star only appears with star 5 or 6 selected. Okay. Okay. So that's good. Okay, that is good to know. That I'm not just, like, missing it. And when you have time, send me the location of space memories and miscellaneous things in space memories. Once I'm done with Course 8, I'm going there, just so I don't forget it. Even though the star display will remind me of that. Space memories of 2 annoying stars, the rest are easy. I kind of remember that as well from when I played it back in 2016. So far, I made it further than I did back then. So far, Course 5 is the hardest stage in the game by far, from what I can tell. Although, I know that'll change once I get to Course 12, and 15, and possibly even Bowser 2. Shadows of the Empire not receiving a remaster. What did I say about it, you mean? I don't remember what I said about it. And what about Star Wars Racer? I'm not sure what you're asking. Or what do I think about it? Shadows of the Empire... I mean, it would sell if there was a HD remaster. Star Wars Racer, I feel, doesn't really need a remaster since it's already been upscaled and ported to different consoles, and it's on GOG. So, I think Star Wars Racer could just be left as it is. C5 is the hardest level so far. Yeah. So far, I think Course 5 is the hardest. Between needing to go pretty far in the stage for every star, almost, and the fact that you have to do some pretty hard jumps, Yeah. And it's easy to miss. It's easy to miss coins as well. Like, compared to that, Course 8 is really tame. Started level 1 save file in Elden Ring. Did 6 bosses hitless. Nice. Hard. Worst parts is manage stamina and low damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, like, if you level up, you can get more stamina and keep attacking, and with more damage, you can end fights quickly. Since it's never optimal to try to tank anything. I mean, it's fine to tank a little bit to take hits if needed, but in Souls games, it's always better to try and avoid getting hit in the first place. The RX-7. Infineon's stock car. That's the one... Yeah. Yeah, with less turns. Get out of the way, Nismo. Get back on the road. There we go. I think it's possible to finish the game without using upgrades and nitrous. I think someone did do a run like that. Actually, I think somebody did do a run where they tried to beat the game without spending a single credit. But you're definitely not 100%ing the game without upgrades and nitrous. Because without upgrades and nitrous, how would you beat the Opel Speedster dealership? Like, how would you win that? But just beating the game without upgrades, yeah, you could do that. If you can find a way to win the 24-hour Nürburg without upgrades, which should actually be possible, keep in mind, you can win the Nissan R89 by beating missions 30 through 34, and that can win the Nürburg 24-hour endurance. And then you can use Formula 1s to beat the World Championship. So yeah, it's possible, but you need to route it out, for sure. Also, by upgrades, I assume you are also including tires in that, correct? I.e., we're not buying racing tires for production cars. I mean, not that that's relevant for the F1. That was not the best idea there, actually. I should have just passed him legit. Oh, you could... Oh, you're allowing buying tires, but nothing else. Oh, then yeah, it's definitely doable. Although, now that I think about it, I'm not sure what you'd use for the FF tournament. Like, everything else, I can think of something you could use. Especially the MR tournament. Get out of the way, Fiat Barchetta. You are not good. Go. So it's, at this point, it's obvious I'm just gonna roll over the competition. So when I get to the last two races, which I've already won off screen with the truck, and that I'm very obviously going to win here, should I just skip those two and just accept the prize for winning the championship, or allow Bob to do those two for me? Because I don't think I'm going to be doing it myself. Have Bob do it for me? Okay. And I do know Bob will just destroy the competition, because there's hardly any competition to destroy here. Part of me even was tempted to just do this whole event off screen and then just start the F1 tournament today, but I decided against it. That way I could at least be surprised at what vehicle I win here. Don't spoil it for me. But, like, really, that's about the only thing I have interest in for this event. Which I pretty much did the same thing in GT3, if you remember. I used the GT1 road car. But at least this one's a lot shorter. This is going to take maybe a third of the time as it did in GT3. Most noteworthy thing about that race... Actually, there's two noteworthy things from that stream. One, I muted the in-game sound effects because the up and down gearing sound is very annoying to have to listen to for multiple hours. And I spent like 20 to 25 minutes resetting trying to get that one F1 car. If I was on emulator, I absolutely would save state and just load save state repeatedly. That was like, I think, a 5-hour stream, roughly. This is going to take like an hour and a half. Since we'll let Bob do the last 2 races, and we'll just speed that up to 3 times. It goes without saying that if I do a minimum car run of that game, that will be the thing I use for the Trial Mountain Endurance and also the Polyphony Cup again. Get out of the way. Okay. So this is probably just going to be the same result every time. By which I mean what place the AIs finish. Yep. Actually, wait. One more time. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Honestly, I could let Bob do the whole thing, but like that would be if I do a B-spec run of the game. Quite a bit of that run would be done off screen. I'm not sure how much of it, though. Definitely the timed endurances. Obviously, grinding would be done off screen. Yeah. So this is the version of Fuji I know that is in the F1 tournament, with the chicane even. And yeah, I have no practice with this course. Well, this variation of it. Come on, turn. There we go. Now there's an example of where I wouldn't mind where I should use manual gearing, because I slow down that much. I slow down so much to where it would have been better to just go down to first gear and then up gear manually to second. But I'm lazy and I don't want to be gearing up and down all the time. It's fine. There's one good thing about this version of the race course, is that there's so much more pavement. So if you do go off-road, it's not gonna make you spin out or anything. Next week? Yeah, next week I'm starting the F1 tournament. 3 races per stream. And then the 5th and final one will be the Sauber Showcase, if I can win with that. Which I should be able to. I mean, the courses are El Capitan, Fuji, and Suzuka. All of which I should be able to do with the Sauber pretty easily. Even if I'm against F1s. 90% certain that's an MR vehicle. I do correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's an MR drivetrain vehicle. So I would probably just do like medium front, super hard back, and I'd be fine. Especially when you factor in that I'm probably going to make less pit stops than the AI. And all of these courses have sections where you can go pretty fast. Suzuka, not as much, though. Suzuka might be a little problematic. Oh yeah, that's the end of the race. That's what, race number 5? Yeah. Is the next one Motorland? Yeah, it's Motorland. When I did this one with the truck, I actually lapped everybody. Despite making a single pit stop. At least this will be the last time we see this course, because I do not care to see this course again. It's a nice course, but IMO, it appears a little too frequently. And Bob is really bad at it. Like, really, really bad at this course. Oftentimes, like, if you have Bob going too fast, he'll make this turn here too fast, to the point where he ends up making a pit stop. He ends up careening into the pits. We can't have that happening on like a 3-lap race or a 5-lap race or something. Although, with that said, the other AIs also have a tendency to do that. It's an MR car. Okay. So yeah, the front tires can be one or two levels softer than the back. Ooh, I might be able to do some point manipulation here. Never mind. I don't think I actually need to do much in the way of point manipulation. There we go. So, like I mentioned this, I think, in GT3, that no matter, like, when you hit exit race, if I was to exit this right now, or if I win a race, like, whatever position the AIs are in when I stop racing, that's the position they'll finish in. So you could absolutely destroy the second place guy in the tournament, make sure he's 5th or 6th place, and then exit out of a race. That way he only gets 2 points. Which I kind of want to do here. That way I can just have Bob do race number 8, as well as 9 and 10. Oh, never mind. So the Nissan already got back up to 2nd place. I was trying to ram him into the pit stop, but I didn't want to go in there myself. Come on. You need to make a pit, buddy. Fuck. Keep current. Keep current. Keep current. Go. I don't think that's gonna help me much. But it's something I could do. I'm actually surprised that when the AI reversed for me, I'm surprised it didn't cancel the pitting cutscene. Like when you go through the pit stop at New York too fast, or when you enter the pit area in Suzuka, or not Suzuka, Tsukuba, too fast. Hi there, Simonal 2775. Also, that was a terrible turn. Let's see, is that Nismo still in the second place, despite being forced into the pits? Oh, he is. Okay. All right. There's no way I can. There's no way I can manipulate him to be in third place. Oh well. Watch the Gran Turismo 3 trailer for nostalgia, and the algorithm brought you here. Oh, so the algorithm actually helps me for once. Oh, hey, Blue Hedgehog Man. Good to see you this afternoon. Did you wrap up Echoes of Wisdom? I saw you were doing that, but I was, of course, getting ready to do this. Ooh, that back right tire is a little concerning, but, well, I say concerning as if I'm not 2 or 3 laps ahead of everyone else. And not using an overpowered race car against a bunch of street vehicles. Whoa. Ah, you did wrap it up. Nice. Alright, so what are you going to be working on next? So I need to do better at staying out of the grass. Touching grass is not good in this game. Usually. Ah, the brake. Okay. The grip is definitely getting worse, but I only have 1 lap after this, so no reason to make a pit stop. Oh yeah, I'm definitely sliding. Oh, I'm definitely sliding around thanks to the grip. Need to continue Diamond and continue ZA plus Altered Beast for PS2. Of those 3, I would say probably Altered Beast. Don't like this track only because Bob sucks on it. Combination of that and, as I said, it appears too frequently. It seems to appear on like half of the dealership races. And we got some drop frames. Hopefully it wasn't too critical of an area. Alright, next race. Well, we know I'm gonna do well here. Please, because you haven't heard from your guest. Ah. You could, in the meantime, start Spyro 1, since you did say you wanted to start that trilogy. Starting with OG before Reignited. Get out of the way, Nismo. Make way for a true race car that can actually do this course. Given not only did I do both 24-hour endurances with this thing, well, Bob did most of the work, but also this vehicle won the event IRL. Yeah, I probably should have just sped through the... I probably should have just sped through the sand trap. There we go. Be a while before you get around to doing that. You continue. Oh yeah, I forgot you were doing the Pac-Man game. Hasn't it been like a year or two since you touched that? Little jittery here, like my car. Little jittery there. Oh, this past January. Oh. I obviously I wasn't there for that then. The shortcut here. It's an unintentional shortcut, but I'll do it. We were talking. Possible to do. Oh yeah, round 2 in Pokemon Stadium 1 with rental Pokemons. Yeah, I do think Worcester does that, or at least at one point was trying to. I certainly won't be doing that though. I very much remember the agony of trying to do Gym Leader Castle with Reynolds, because every move that's supposed to normally miss you always hits you, and vice versa. On top of the fact that the rental Pokemon moves just suck. And there's no way that wasn't intentional. There is absolutely no way that that was not intentional for them to try to get you to buy the transfer pack. Which it worked on young me. Yeah, I haven't forgotten the Stadium 2 playthrough. I might do that once I finish uploading my FFX run. There'll be 2 playthroughs being done on emulator. The other being Night of Doom, of course. Done. Every Sim64 ROM hack you plan to do be on emulator? Well, I would think so. I mean, it's not like you'd be like Grassloo, where you would presumably, if you were to play it on real hardware, presumably download it to like EverDrive or whatever, and then play it from there. You won't use Pokemons, you'll need rentals. What would be the hardest gym leader? Probably Claire, because dragons are still pretty hard to counter. And I don't know if any of the rental Pokemon can actually properly deal with Kingdra. Unless they have some, like, Destiny Bond or some shit. Or if we want to roll the dice with RNG and use, like, Fissure or Guillotine, if any of them can learn that. And also, here's something I learned. I think I mentioned this before. RNG in Stadium 2, at least, is fixed. So if you try save stating for, like, a one-hit KO move and it misses, it will always miss. It will not ever hit. My friends have been doing GT7. I presume off-screen. And out of green stars. He also thinks you should do green stars. Well, that's 2 votes for green stars, because I said that last time. Alright, what course will be next? Will it be Monaco again? Possibly. Will it be Grand Valley? It will not be Nürburg. Oh, he's been streaming it. Ah, okay. Ah, El Capitan. Only problem with green stars is which course to do first. Do course 2, I think. That stage, I think, has the Wing Caps course in it. Though it's been forever since I played it, so I don't remember properly. I do know that Bowser 1... I remember Bowser 1 and 2 have the Yoshi's Island Castle music as the theme music. I don't know, I'd have to watch a playthrough of that game to see where the cap courses are. SM64. Is that another Mario hack, or is that something else? Okay, it's another 64 hack. SM64 hack. Ah. Okay. Shitload of SM64 hacks to do. LDD is another one. You know I LP. You know I did that one a while ago. That's a pretty enjoyable one, even if it's not ultra long. I could... Part of me is tempted to jokingly say, do Night of Doom, but that will never happen. That one's way too hard. Like, I don't know if you've watched any of my playthrough that I'm doing in that right now, but it's not super hard at the moment, but it will get super hard later. And it was super hard earlier. Recommended Shadow Bones 14. Well, if he rage quit 74 Extreme Edition, he'll rage quit Night of Doom too. Although the camera in Night of Doom... Now, we are talking original versions here, not updated versions with parallel cameras and fully adjustable cameras. But as far as just OG versions are concerned, it's a much better camera overall, while still sucking bad at parts. Especially given that most of the stars in Night of Doom take, on average, about 3 to 5 times longer than 74 Extreme. Okay. Wow. Come on. Go. So I don't actually remember what the... Actually, I think the next course is Suzuka. Because I remember doing that in the truck. And then the last race of the event of this event is Nürburgring. Now, speaking of Hello? The hell? Oh, I just got a message on Facebook. Hold up. Okay. Sorry about that. I have closed out my Facebook. I forgot I still had it up. I thought for a moment, like, OBS disconnected or something. Anyway, speaking of Nürburgring, I've actually seen a short of, like, there's one section I can point out when we get to it, but in the past they used to just allow any vehicle there. But there's a short of a vehicle getting too much I'm trying to think of the word to use. Too much draft underneath the car, and it flung upwards. There's a section with a ramp in the track, and it flew into the... Essentially, it flew into the gate, like the fenced-in area, and actually killed a spectator. Like, obviously, you didn't see the crash, because not only would that violate YouTube's terms of service, but also... I'm pretty sure that's illegal to film someone getting unalived, as we're supposed to say. Apparently that has happened more than once. Like, maybe not there, but just in general. The car's getting too much updraft and literally flying out of control. I'll try and point out the exact ramp when I have Bob do the event. The scene on the GT movie in Nürburgring. Yeah, and people thought that was just... I saw comments saying that people thought that was just made up for the movie, but nope. No, it was not made up. That was real. Actually, let's... I'm just gonna have Bob win this, because I've already won the tournament. And seriously, it's not like I would be in any danger of losing. Bob may fuck up a lot and potentially lose. Well, do worse than me. Don't mind me, I'm just sort of nibbling on pieces of salt from my enormous soft pretzel that I had the other day. Finished MM and EOW, you'll be taking a break from Zelda. Yeah, I don't blame you there. Like, once I'm done with Night of Doom, I'm definitely taking a break from Mario 64 stuff. And bonus content for Tears of the Kingdom. Didn't you do that already, or am I mistaken? Oh, okay. Bob is spinning out a bit. Bob, what are you doing? Come on. Get back into the race. I mean, you're in no danger of losing, but you do not play in the sand. That is not what we do here, Bob. And before anyone asks, no, he will not be touching anything in the F1 tournament. If I fail, I want it to actually be me failing. Although that will be interesting to see if I do the B-Spec only run. Come on. Stadium 1 was the hardest gym castle rental only. I think when I was a youngster, I gave up on Jasmine. But I already said it's... I already answered this. It's probably Claire. Since I don't know if there's anything to counter the Kingdra. Since it neutral resists ice. Or wait, in Stadium 1. Oh, wait, in Stadium 1. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if I ever... Probably Sabrina, just because Psychics are OP in Gen 1. Whoop. Yeah, Psychics are OP in Gen 1, as everyone knows. So, probably Sabrina. New Ambio fingers, they're out exclusively on the paraglider fabrics. I see. So... I think it was right here. It may have... Wait, was it there? Actually, no, I don't think it was there where the crash happened. Like, I'm watching this just to see where exactly that incident happened. I think it's in the the third quarter of the track. I'm gonna speed this up because it definitely wasn't in this part. Ooh, okay, and that's a little too fast for him. I think it was right... Is it right here? Not quite. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's like right here. Or coming up. Oh yeah, here it is, I think. No? Where was it then? No, it may have been earlier in the track. Well, anyway, one of those... It may have been earlier on. I'd have to rewatch the footage, but... Anyway, yeah. So, it was already a windy day. The wind got up under the car that flew out of... Literally flew out of control into the fence and killed a spectator. I guess it would have been this area here. Assuming that the ring hasn't been changed in any way since that incident. But yeah, so we'll just let Bob finish this, and then we'll call it a stream. Pretty short by this series standards, but the next 5 will more than make up for it, both as far as length and difficulty are concerned. Next level I'll do Space Memories. Yeah, next level I plan to do in NOD is Space Memories. After getting the second overworld red coins. At least there I can die and still keep my coin total. And that is it for the Polyphony Cup. Pretty trivial. I could have made it more interesting by driving a different vehicle, but nah. I just want to win. I just want to win, and I want to... Even though I've loved this series, I am in the mood to finish it off. Which, starting next Tuesday, we will be doing. It'll be 2 weeks for... It'll be 2 weeks that we spend trying to win the tournament. By trying, I mean we will win the tournament. And then after that, we'll do the Sauber showcase. Probably on the last 3 laps of the event. Or not laps, but races of the event. I don't know if that's worthwhile or not. Probably not at this point in the game. Alright, so... I am about to end, but before we do... Nice, 97.2%. We're definitely going to hit 100. Now hop in the F1. I could even do Nürburgring 24-hour endurance just to get a fresh one of these. But I think it's a little unnecessary. I'm just hopping in this real quick. I'm going to adjust the car's drivetrain to be optimal for the first race, which is Tokyo. I don't even care to win this race, by the way. In fact, I'm not even going to do the race. I'm just going to hop in, do that. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, I could just set for multiple races. So I shall. 14 is what I got for New York as the optimal transmission. And we're done. So I shall save the game. That's all I needed to do. Save the game and then call it a day. So on that note, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week for the F1 tournament, and we'll very quickly wrap up this stream series. Farewell.